Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is day 93 of devotions out of this devotion book right here. Let's get started. For the Lord has chosen Jacob to be his own, Israel to be his treasured possession. Psalm 135:4. God has a long history of setting apart. We see the principle in the tabernacle and temple having specific rooms for set purposes. We see it in the Levites being a tribe set apart for priestly service, and we see it in God's choosing of Isaac over Ishmael and Jacob over Esau. But one of the clearest pictures of God setting apart something for himself is his choosing of the nation of Israel to be his people, selected out of all the many people groups on earth. God choosing and separating Israel should matter us. Why? Aren't they just an ancient people group we read about in Bible history books? No, God's choosing of Israel. Devotionals. Yeah. No, God's choosing of Israel foreshadowed his choosing of Jesus' followers. He draws us, separates us from the world, calls us to holiness. We may not always understand why we've been called, but we can rest securely in the knowledge that we are. We are his new Israel, chosen to be his treasured, adored possession. Let's make this kind of quick because I gotta get ready to go for school. God has chosen you, and he could have chosen anyone else in this world, but he has chosen you. He has chosen you to spread the gospel. He has chosen you to be a light to other people who may not know God in their life, and who may need God in their life, might want God in their life, and they just don't realize it. Unless you bring that to them, unless you tell them of God's love, unless you tell them about the gospel, unless you tell them about all the good things God has done, all the miracles he has done in other people's lives, everything that has been done in the Bible. Only us as Christians can go out there and do it, because we can't expect other people to do our work when God has called us Christians to do it. God has called us to spread the gospel. God has called us to spread God's love and be a light to others who do not know God and who do not have God in their life. But the thing is, he could have chosen someone else, but he chose you. And you may feel like you're not qualified for the position, and you might even feel like that you're not even compared enough, you're not high enough to God's standards. And he could have chosen those type of people, but he chose us. He's seen something in us that we don't. And eventually we're going to see that something, and we're going to understand why God chose us as Christians to be his chosen people. And he does separate. He separates us from the world and calls us to holiness. We're not going to understand why we've been called, but because we can rest securely in the knowledge that we are. And yes, we are his new Israel. We are chosen to be treasured and adored possession. We are chosen by God. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy Devotion of God's Boy to you. Stay tuned for extra. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe to notifications. Stay tuned for all my videos. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.